Metro Manila stays under Modified Enhanced Community Quarantine, or MECQ, as the government defers the implementation of granular lockdowns. However, the Interior Department says the capital region's MECQ status may be lifted earlier than September 15. Fully vaccinated individuals can now get their digital vaccination certificates from VaxCertPH. Tropical Cyclone Jolina weakens into a tropical storm, while Typhoon Kiko has entered the Philippine area of responsibility. And Heart Evangelista is cornered by Hollywood online tabloid TMZ. Focused and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Charles Lejano. Malacanang called off the easing of quarantine restrictions in the NCR, the relief of some health experts. All that experts have been warning that the planned pilot testing of granular lockdowns is still premature. Mobile journalist Jacob Lazaro gives us the front seat to the story.
The palace has deferred the easing of quarantine restrictions to GCQ in Metro Manila, along with a planned pilot testing of alert level systems under the granular lockdown. Instead, MECQ will remain until September 15, much like what health experts have been calling for. However, spokesperson Harry Roque said the MECQ could be cut short if the IATF's approval of the GCQ with alert level systems comes first. But the Philippine College of Physicians is saying we should in fact be tightening restrictions to ECQ.
I think that we need to really reach out to maybe the president, no, and even to the OH na sana reconsider yung decision nila to relax more the community quarantine.
Limpin said the downgrade is ill-timed with COVID numbers spiking and ICU units nearing full capacity. Limpin said we should be extending the MECQ for another 2 weeks. A similar plea was earlier aired by the Octa Research Group. The Philippine Genome Center says 3 out of every 4 new cases are now caused by the more transmissible Delta variant. The health department also projects cases could reach 17 to 43,000 per day in NCR alone. Infectious diseases expert and vaccine expert panel head Dr. Jean Solante echoed Limpin's concern, saying a shift to granular lockdowns may be a badly timed experiment.
I don't think a granular lockdown can be the solution at this point in time because of the enormous number of cases that you need to really put a stop in the mobility of people.
Majority of hospitals in NCR are already at high risk or 70% occupancy, while 7 LGUs in the capital region are already at either critical or full capacity. But the DOH says the granular lockdowns could be more easily managed by authorities.
We can actually put more effort in the areas na merong pagtaas ng kaso. And that allows people na hindi naman nanggagaling sa mga barangay na marami ang kaso to still go out and work, no?
The World Health Organization is also backing granular lockdowns, but on the assumption that government has updated case information. Dr. De Guzman said with this strategy in place, daily cases in NCR could go down the lower end of their projection. That's 17,000 new cases per day in NCR alone. But that is still triple the current infection rates in NCR. That's around 5,000 new cases per day. I am Jacob Lazaro and we are One News.
With that last-minute policy change, Metro Manila is thrown back to a more restrictive, modified enhanced community quarantine. This means dine-in services remain prohibited, and the same goes for personal care services like salons, spas, and barbershops. Religious gatherings are also limited to online services. Physical funerals and wakes may be allowed, but only for immediate family members. DILG Undersecretary Epimaco Dinsing says that the MECQ in Metro Manila may still be lifted earlier than September 15. Malacanang earlier said that the MECQ and the NCR will remain until September 15. But the DILG says nothing is set in stone yet. Speaking with one PHS sa totoo lang, Dinsing said that the government will switch to its granular lockdown strategy as soon as possible. The official also revealed that localized lockdowns implemented down to the condo level.
Kung kondo po yan, kung isang kaso lang o dalawang kaso sa isang floor, yung isang floor lang ang ila-lockdown.
Okay.
For 14 days, no? Pero kung maraming floors po ang apektado, yung buong building po ang ila-lockdown.
For his part, infectious disease expert Dr. Ron Jean Solantes said that MECQ extension is a good break in terms of slowing down transmission. And Solantes says he understands the importance of reviving the economy and insisted that healthcare workers should be closely consulted for any COVID policy changes.
The importance of really reviving the economy is the number one objective why we are into a granular lockdown, despite the increased enormous number of cases. I fully agree with that, but again, there should be close consultation with healthcare workers, especially we in the ground who are really taking care of these patients.
Are you fully vaccinated? Well, you may now get a digital COVID-19 vaccination certificate with the health department's online portal, VaxCertPH. More details from JC Kosik.
51-year-old seafarer Alvin Sagid hopes to leave the country for work by November or December. As early as now, he has printed his digital vaccination certificate obtained from the VaxCertPH portal at the Navotas City Hall.
Worldwide do kami. Kaya kailangan namin ng ganito. Isa sa mga ebidensya na qualified ka at nagpa-vaccine ka sana sa Pilipinas.
Applicants are asked to present two government-issued IDs and their LGU vaccination cards. Personal and vaccination details will be encoded before being able to claim a vaccine certificate that contains a QR code. The process is smooth for some, but others are experiencing glitches.
Since taga Manila kayo, ma'am, no? Hindi namin makukonfirm kung nasaan po ba yung discrepancy dun sa record po ninyo.
OFW Jason Angeles shares the same problem. He received his first dose in the United Kingdom, while his second dose was administered in Navotas Hospital.
Medyo may conflict sa address kasi wala daw silang record.
The Department of Information and Communications Technology, or DICT, vows to work with LGUs to solve the discrepancies in vaccination records. However, the DICT has yet to come up with guidelines for OFWs who received their first vaccine doses from overseas. The DICT also reminded the public that the VaxCertPH is not an immunization passport or a proof of identity.
Ang taong may dala ng kanyang VaxCert ay kailangan pa ring magpakita ng pasaporte o di kaya ID para patunayan ang kanyang sariling identity. At sa ngayon, hindi po gagamitin ang VaxCert upang palitan ang yellow card na ini-issue ng BOQ para sa iba pang mga bakuna.
For now, the VaxCertPH will prioritize OFWs and residents in NCR and Baguio City who are set to travel abroad. It is expected to be fully implemented and available to the general public by October. For News 5, JC Kosiko, We Are One News.
Signal number 2 is hoisted over several parts of Luzon as Tropical Storm Jolina moves over the area of Tayabas Bay and Verde Island Passage. Meanwhile, Pag-asa continues to monitor Typhoon Kiko as it intensifies east of Central Luzon. According to Pag-asa's latest bulletin, Jolina is moving west-northwestward with maximum sustained winds of 100 kilometers per hour, gustiness of up to 150 kph. As of 5 a.m., it is estimated to be off the waters of Boac in Marinduque. Signal number 2 is raised in the following areas: the northern portion of Romblon, Marinduque, northern and central portions of Oriental Mindoro and Occidental Mindoro, central and southern portions of Quezon Province, Batangas, Cavite, Laguna, Rizal, Metro Manila, southern portion of Bulacan, Pampanga, Bataan, Zambales, and Tarlac. Meanwhile, the following areas are under signal number 1. La Union, the southern portion of Benguet, Nueva Vizcaya and Aurora, Pangasinan, Nueva Ecija, the rest of Bulacan and Quezon Province, Camarines Norte, the western portion of Camarines Sur and Albay, the northwestern portion of Masbate, and the rest of Romblon, Oriental Mindoro, and Occidental Mindoro. Meanwhile, in the Visayas, parts of Antique and Aklan are also under signal number 1. PAGASA warns the public against possible flash floods and landslides in these areas. And PAGASA also continues to monitor Typhoon Kiko as it continues to intensify over the Philippine Sea. So 5 a.m., Kiko is estimated to be at the east of Central Luzon, continuing to move westward. Could Heart Evangelista be the newest international Pinoy sensation? The actress is rumored to join Bling Empire. She gets cornered by Hollywood tabloid TMZ in Beverly Hills. Nick Garcia with the story.
I have to know, are you joining Bling Empire?
We don't know.
You don't know?
Heart Evangelista just got TMZ'd. The Hollywood tabloid has spotted Heart shopping on Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills, alongside Bling Empire star Kane Lim. There have been rumors about her joining the reality show after she was seen hanging out with its cast members. But Heart opted for an indirect answer.
Is this confirmation that you're going to be on season 2 of Bling Empire?
Well, whatever it is, this is for the Filipinos, so.
Heart has been in the United States since August for several projects, including a collaboration with Incubus frontman Brandon Boyd. But while living the life in the US, one thing has kept her furious: unsolicited comments urging her to get pregnant. She took to Twitter to address critics who don't know the real struggle. She had a miscarriage in 2018. She said she's already happy and grateful and does not need the unnecessary pressure. She also asked her followers to just be happy for people and lift each other up, as life is too damn short. Nick Garcia, We Are One News.
Here are the stories to watch out for later today. Senator Ping Lacson and Senate President Tito Soto will finally have their official announcement candidacy for next year's elections. PDP Laban will have its national convention to be presided by President Duterte. And COMELEC will begin its test run for internet voting for overseas Filipinos. And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us again later at 10 a.m. as we monitor the day's biggest stories from sunrise to sundown. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.